Hello everybody and welcome to round 12 in the NASCAR Nationwide Series here at Darlington. This is, this is the 12th race in the series, so we're just about a third of the way through this season. We're running 56 laps, 100% AI difficulty. This will be kind of our sample to see what we're going to run for the Cup Series. We didn't qualify so hot. First time at this version of Darlington. A lot of firsts this season. I think we'd shy away from that considering our success rate with some of these tracks. But as we get newer, I feel like they're going to get better just because track development, I feel like people were able to make better AI as time went on. We're kind of right in that era of where like people were, I think, just kind of getting used to how to do the AI for these tracks, so I could be completely wrong, but that's just kind of what I'm thinking. But all that aside, yeah, so 100%, like I said, 56 laps, one-time pit wear, and something that kind of occurred to me after the Richmond race was it was a lot of fun to do Richmond. You know, why, if we have a lot of fun with it from, you know, with the Nationwide Series, why are we changing anything when we go to Cup Series? So we're going to transfer kind of over from two-time pit wear to single for the Cup Series for the time being, and see how that goes for a little while. It's not a permanent deal, but we're going to just test it out, run with it, see how it goes, because the Truck Series and the Cups, or the Nationwide Series, have been a lot of fun. Frustrating, but fun at times. But we're gonna see if we can do that and see how that goes. But anyway, let's focus on the Nationwide race. We come in here 5th in the points, 246 big ones away from point leader Carl Edwards, who is just having an unbelievable season. In 11 starts, you know, well, this is the 12th, but in 11 starts, 2 wins, 8 top 5s, 10 top 10s. So yeah, our stats are 3 wins, 4 top 5s, 6 top 10s, so he's got us beat. Our average finish is like 10-9, his is 4-9, so yeah, we got our work cut out for us this season. This is harder than Jeff Green in the early 2000s. Wow, we were a little loose there. We're pretty much full throttle through 1 and 2. And we can get onto the throttle pretty quick in 3 and 4. But we are just not gaining on that group ahead of us right now. But we're playing the long game. We're gonna see how the tires and how they all spread out and fan out, whatever, over time. If we're gonna overtake them with relative ease and just smoke them, or if it's gonna stay pretty balanced through the whole run. And if that's the case, we'll probably do a slight bump in the difficulty, maybe by 1% instead of 2, for the Cup race that we'll have here. Wow, we are starting to get very loose in turns 1 and 2, especially coming off the turn, more so in 2. 3 and 4, the car feels a little bit tight in 4, but entry-wise in 1 and 3 we feel really good. But no scheduled pit stop on the day, so the only way we're coming to pit road is if there's a caution. Yeah, might have to adjust our line a little bit to a slightly higher groove. Ever since we got away from Darlington before it had a repave, I just have not felt comfortable riding up by the wall too much. I think it's a mental thing because of the safer barrier. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like old Darlington. But 34th is not going to help us at all in points, but I'm not saying we've kind of given up on chasing a championship in the Nationwide Series, but it's not the primary focus anymore. We've fallen so far back that we're just, you know, we're gonna try, but I'm also gonna take advantage of it to baseline a lot of the cup races from now on and actually follow the results that we get from this instead of just hoping that it's gonna be more fun. Eric, don't do it. Thank you. We're just keeping even right there. I don't know what it is. I think maybe there's a bump or something, but we lose a lot of grip right there in the center. I think we are a tick below like the darker part of the racing surface when that happens, so maybe it's something with the track. There's just no grip there or something. We're gonna make a late move under Chapman here. I kind of thought that's how he would handle that pass. He would just let out of it. We haven't gotten very many opportunities to pass, so if I see something, we're kind of just jumping on it. Current race leader. I'll give you guys a second to take a guess who you think's leading this race after that intro. Yeah, you're right. It's Carl Edwards. Wow, the car felt way better up there when we kind of diamond. That was really good, actually. That turn went really well, too. Don't you try to go under Bliss. That's... Nope. You didn't really back out of it. We might actually get a good run down this back straightaway. Oh, I want to do it. I want to do it. Not going to do it. I wanted to dive under there so bad. I felt like we had a run. Get a little closer, a little closer. Gonna send it. Oh, I can't believe that worked. Whew, okay. Alright, so that should put us, what, 31st? Yeah, 31st. Don't know why it took so long to update that. Yeah, diamond in like that really helps. Some of you are probably like, duh. This is so wild running these newer versions of Darlington compared to how it was on the older track. There's a lot more grip, not nearly as bad tire wear, but that's truly how we actually did win a good amount of Darlington races back in the day, in the earlier parts of this career off camera. You know, we had one race in the Busch series at the time. We managed to stretch the fuel 2 laps farther on the first pit stop because we were conserving tires, and our tires weren't nearly as bad as theirs by that point, so it probably could have been more laps, but we had conserved the tires enough, which is what I was trying to do originally. Fuel was a bonus, but because of those extra 2 laps, we were able to squeeze out a 1 pit stop race and managed to win it because we were focused on saving the tires originally, turned into helping us with the fuel. But no such worries here, doesn't look like. Well, at least for the entirety of 56 laps. Maybe if it was farther, we might have to worry about it a little bit more, but let's see. We were 18 flat behind the leaders. 18.7. So 7/10 a lap to Carl Edwards. They got a pretty good sized pack up there though, all running within a second. It's first to eighth. They're all within literally 1 second of each other, it says. We're 1.5 behind the 70. That's Mark Green. 1.6. We're losing time? I feel like we look like we're closer to him. I don't understand how that was losing time. I'm wondering how much draft is playing in effect here. Let's see what we are this time. I drove it in a little harder that time. Managed to stay on the throttle. We're 1.6, 1.3, so we gained 0.3 that lap. We brought it up high in 1 and 2, not too high. .34 to go. Wow, we really drove it in fairly deep compared to previous laps. And it ran really good. We gained half a second on Mark Green that time. He could be just getting held up. It looks like I see red lettering, so that's probably Harmon. Quick look at our time. Yeah, we're 20.7 seconds behind. We've been really being a little, yeah, you know, through turns 3 and 4. Most of this race, I'm just noticing. I didn't think we were babying it that much. Got a good run down the back straightaway. Ugh, I want to do it, but I'm just gonna drive it. This is where we've been making up a ton of time, so I don't want to be held up.
Outside.
Oh man.
Still there.
Wow, I can't believe we still had enough momentum to get past him.
Okay. 7, 5, 9, clear.
We should be able to get under Harmon on the backstretch, I think. Probably not, I guess. Little tire squeal. Oh, I was too eager to get back on the gas there.
28, 7, 6, 8.
Good run. Should we go outside? No, bad idea. Whew. Just got a little squirrely there. Some of the hitboxes are awkward, and whenever I've been behind a Chevy, I've always gotten in trouble, I feel like.
2, 7, 3, still out there.
Like when we bumped Denny Hamlin, I thought we had maybe a little bit, I didn't think we were that close, but we were. So that was a Chevy, so I was just playing it safe. Gonna get under Dario.
Still there.
And we make it work. We can come off turn 4 without even having to be side by side. We're 23.3, 22.8, so we're gaining back on the leaders, but that could be because they're in traffic. I wanted to slide it under Derek Cope there.
Inside.
Definitely did not plan on doing this.
Halfway this.
That was a happy accident. I think we're gonna dive in on Stanton
Outside.
and lock up to try to not run over Brad.
Clear.
Either.
Outside.
Either of them.
Stay low.
Oh wow! I thought we were gonna slide up and get clipped by Keselowski there. So maybe because we took it so, wow, the right front's really starting to wear now that we've been running that more aggressive line through 3 and 4. We're getting a little bit tight in 1 and 2 now. We're wearing down that right front, but we've been running pretty good times. Moving up, passing some cars. What are we? 22.4 back from leader. Yep, still him. And no one's a lap down, but they are right there. Because it's about 29, 28 second laps, and they're 29 seconds back, so they're definitely holding up the leaders. I think we're faster than Baker. But we are cranking on the wheel. Yeah, both front tires are starting to wear significantly. A little loose. We're all right. As long as the rear tires aren't wearing faster than the fronts, we're okay. You know, what I'm thinking about now too. Wow, there's like a trippy looking glow around the 37 there on my screen. Looked like he had like this black, like, I don't even know, outline that was just kind of messing with my eyes. Trying to look around, see if I see that anywhere else, but I don't. Anyway, we're on lap 34. This race is going by so fast. We're only up to 23rd. Yeah, they started moving through the lap cars now. That's still Brian Keselowski behind me. We're 1.6 behind the 66 car. 1.3 now. That'd be Steve Wallace, right? Yeah, Steve Wallace. How far back are we? We're 20.9, so about 21 seconds even. On a longer race, where we might have to make a pit stop, because I believe we run. I think we run 111 laps. I have to check what the 30% ticker shows, but I believe it's 111, and so that would require one pit stop. So we might have found our difficulty. This one's fun. Challenging, but fun. 20.6 at the line. We are 20.1. Still Carl, but Clausen has moved into second. He passed Biffle. Kevin Hart fourth. Denny Hamlin fifth. Kyle Busch sixth. Clint Boyer seventh. David Reagan, Casey Kane, and David Rudiman round out the top 10. Let's see what we are now. 1.9 now. We're having to let off just a smidge off the throttle on the entry of 1. Definitely not another. It's definitely going to be a what was it? What the word I'm looking for? A lackluster day in the points for us, but truth be told, I'm trying not to act like it, you know, it doesn't really bother me. Whatever, it is what it is. We're using this to baseline, but big part of me is disappointed. I would have liked to have been more competitive for the championship. I just don't see how we're going to do it. You know, even if we weren't going from the baseline in the Cup Series off of the Nationwide Series, we'd have to really tune down the difficulty, I feel like, to try to make any headway on Carl Edwards. We'd have to be winning quite frequently. Ambrose was slower than I thought he was gonna be. Damn it. My gosh. Can you hit the brakes any harder there, Marcus? We're gonna make a move under him. There we go.
Clear all around, all clear.
Ooh, that side by side definitely held up Kennington there. I think we could. Wow, he really got back on it. Thought maybe we could keep our momentum going and get by him. So that should put us to what? 21st, I believe.
29,171.
Yep, 21st. I think we can get Keller, Davis, and Kennington here. Jason's going to be the hardest, obviously, because we only have 14 laps. And he's 3 cars up. Oh, I tried to get to the bumper just a little bit to bump him, to get him a little loose. I think we'll be able to get under turns 1 here.
Still there. Clear all around.
Perfect. Oh no, we're at 14 to go. The leader's at 13 to go. I always forget when I'm far behind. It takes a little bit. Carl Edwards is pulling away now. That sucks.
Okay. Doing a good job. You're way better than these guys. Now just pick your way through. Take your time.
Got a good run on Davis through the turn there. Right through the center, really. Turn off of the turn. We're getting beat. Oh, almost got to the bumper again to just try to wiggle him a little bit. He should decide to make a move under Keller, I'd imagine. Can we stick our nose there? Should we do it? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Alright. We made it work. That might have been the first time in a while in this race we've tried something like that. Oh.
Clear all around. All clear.
I mean, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't trying to get close to him there. I was trying to give him a nudge. I didn't mean to put him in the wall. I meant just to wiggle him a little bit. But I'm trying to catch that other pack and didn't want to be held up. But we just had a terrible turns 1 and 2. My stand on my wheel kind of slid down, so I'm trying to push up on the stand to try to get the angle back to the way it was. It kind of messed me up. I think we've hit the end of the road as far as our position goes. We're 4 seconds behind the 61 of Kevin LePage. I believe I can kind of see him up ahead. And we're 21-3 behind the leader. So first place, if you hadn't caught on to that, isn't really in the cards for today's race, unfortunately. But yeah, we're probably going to just take home 18th and going to have to be happy with that. From 42nd to 18th, though, at Darlington in 56 laps, I don't think it's too bad. It's not the greatest, but is that Keller? No, that's Sauter.
Inside, clear all around, all clear.
Wonder why Sauter had to pit. He's gonna come flying through. Who's this? Morgan Shepherd. Oh no, Morgan, what happened? Wow, we really caught Morgan's slow. He's on the lead lap. So wait, Morgan was for position. Kevin's up here, he's slow. I wonder what happened. I saw some skid marks there, but I'm assuming that's from when we bumped. What's his face? Jason Keller. That's interesting. So we might have a shot at 16th. Sweet. Anything we can get to put some sort of band-aid on the bleeding, which is our points gap to Carl Edwards. I think we'll definitely stay in the top 10 in the points after this race, but I think we're gonna probably fall to 6th or 7th, to be honest. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Oh, the car's junk feeling now too. It's so tight. I thought we had enough momentum to keep it off the wall there, but not momentum, grip. The right front went yellow. Anybody else ever notice that when the tire goes yellow, from green to yellow, when it happens in a turn, you just suddenly lose grip, like it feels like your right front tire just blew out and you just pile drive into the wall, feels like, or coming off the turn. You can feel it go from green to yellow, and it's annoying. I just don't feel like it should be that sudden of a drop. Now when you hit the wall, yeah, you're gonna have a sudden change. But oh, he drove it in way too hard. Damn. I want to get Kevin LePage here. We got 3 laps to go. Gained a 10th. We're gonna let off a little bit more on the entry so we can stay in it to get a better run off. We had to let off in the center. I don't know if we're gonna catch Kevin. Car's just really tight. And I think it's added to the fact that we get some draft, and as I say all that, we just make up a ton of time. Please don't hit, please don't. Thank you. 2 to go. We are right there. I think we can get Kevin. We'd have to send it though in turns 3 and 4. I want 16th. Wow, we got a good run. I don't know what I did there differently, but that handled good. Oh boy, don't hit. Thank you. Alright, we're right there. I think we can get a little nudgy nudge.
Outside.
I told you I was gonna do it. <sighs> 16th. So Carl Edwards, Kevin Harvick, Greg Biffle, Brian Clausen, Denny Hamlin, Clint Boyer, David Reagan, Kyle Busch, Casey Kane, and David Ruderman make up our top 10. This was fun. It was definitely challenging. Probably going to use very similar settings for the Cup Series race. So that is all for now. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for any likes, comments, subscriptions, all that jazz, and we'll see you at Darlington again for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series race. Till then, have a good one.